Harris, defensive line coach at Maryville College. What you're about to see here are some of the drills that my defensive linemen do every week that you can be doing at home to get ready for training camp. All right, first drill that we have here is one of the most basic fundamental skills for a defensive lineman, and that's their get off. How quickly can you get off the ball and get on the other side of the line of scrimmage? When it comes down to what stance you start off with, it's all up to what you're most comfortable in and what your position coach wants you to be in. What you're gonna see here is a 3-point stance, a 2-point stance, and a 4-point stance. Make sure we're exploding off the ball, staying low, closing in on the ball carrier. Set, go. Set, go. Go. This will be a 2-point stance. The key's nice and loose, ready to explode off that front foot. No false steps. Make sure you're staying low. Set, go. Set, go. There you go. The 4-point stance is another lethal pass rush stance and get off if you're good at it. Main things on this 4-point, nice and low, exploding, getting upfield. There you go. There you go. There you go. Another good way to work on your get-offs and getting off the ball and really staying low is one-legged get-offs. So Clark is going to get down in the stance here, left hand down, left foot up. So whatever hand you got down, that foot is up. Same thing on a regular get-off, so we're focusing, driving this knee through, staying low, getting upfield. On set, go. Set, go. This time we're in a 6-point stance. So what that is, both toes on the ground, both knees on the ground, both hands on the ground. You really got to focus and drive through your hips on this one, exploding forward upfield. This is not a slow old man, I'm going to get up, take 2 steps. This is exploding through your hips, through the line, upfield. Set, go. Changing direction and pursuit is key for a good defensive lineman. Ball carrier is going to be going down the line, you have to be in pursuit. One of my favorite drills that you're about to see is a shuttle drill. So 5-10-5, you're staying low, you're changing direction, you're pivoting. Very good drill. Another one of my favorite change of direction drills is the L drill. It's very similar to the shuttle drill. The difference is this time you're going to be making a sharp 90-degree turn. You got to stay low, pivoting, spinning around the cones in pursuit of the ball carrier. The biggest adjustment that a high school defensive lineman has to make going into college ball is learning to play with his hands. In high school, you can be big, strong, and fast and get away with it. In college, it doesn't work like that. If you're not good with your hands, if you can't win the hand-fighting battle against that offensive lineman, you're not going to be very successful. So what you're about to see are 2 of my favorite hand-fighting drills that help you get more lethal hands to beat the offensive lineman and to wreak havoc in the backfield. The first one that we're going to see right here is Cape is going to be the offensive lineman and I'm going to be the defensive lineman. The purpose of this, or what this is simulating, is Cape's going to be shooting his hands like an offensive lineman trying to get a big punch on me. What I am doing is a 2-step move. I'm going to knock his arm down. My inside arm is going to break the wrist. My outside arm is going to break the elbow. So it's here, and then I'm replacing right here with the shot. So the way this will look, put your hand up, offensive lineman. It's 1, 2. Obviously going to be much faster. Just like this, just like that. What that is simulating is I'm coming off the ball. The offensive lineman's trying to punch. I'm knocking the hand down, driving him back. Now I'm able to set, read and react, and make a play. Nice, quick. My next hand fighting drill that I like is a real good one here. We're going to have one offensive lineman, one defensive lineman. The purpose of this drill as a defensive lineman is to learn to identify, punch, and knock it down using our hands. What we're going to have here, Buddha's going to come in as my offensive lineman, Cape is going to be my defensive lineman. You're about arm length apart. The offensive lineman is going to be simulating a punch to your chest. Defensive lineman, his whole job is to knock the hands down in varying ways. I don't want the same thing every single time. Vary it up. So what we're aiming for here is right around the elbow. When the offensive lineman punches, you knock it down. Defensive lineman, key things to focus on: up on our toes, athletic stance, hands up, loose, ready to react. Two pass rush moves, run support moves that I want to go over real quickly on how to beat the blocker in front of you. Two very basic ones. One is a club rip, the other one is a club swim. You'll see here with my example as an offensive lineman. A club move is going to be with your outside hand. So if I'm right here, shaded to the outside of the offensive lineman, when I'm coming off the ball, when he shoots his hands, I'm clubbing, turning my shoulders, violent punch, trying to aim right above his elbow, tricep area. So I'm coming off, I'm turning my shoulders, trying to club him hard to turn his. And for now, we'll work with a rip. So I've clubbed, and then I'm ripping back underneath, sitting at heel depth. So the way this is gonna look, in about half speed, I'm down in my stance, set, go, club, rip, sitting down. The other move that we're gonna go over is a club swim. Same concept, gonna be shaded over, big violent club, knocking his hands down, my shoulders turning his shoulders, and then I'm swimming right over the top. What you don't want to do is the big wide swim way up here, exposing your chest. Nice and tight swim right over top of his shoulder area. If you're a shorter player, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", you're better off with a rip move. If you're a taller player, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", swim move is going to be better. So I'm going to have Buddha come over here, demonstrate these two moves. He's going to start off with a club rip from both sides, and then he's going to demonstrate a club swim. Okay, off the ball quickly, went through with the club, knocked his hands down, ripped through. He's nice and squared up at the line of scrimmage, ready to read, ready to react. Club swim, you can see on this one, big violent club, knocking the offensive lineman's hands back. Defensive lineman, shoulders turned on the swim, nice and tight, swimming over top, sitting at heel depth, ready to read, ready to react. A lot of you guys don't have partners at home that you can do some of these drills with. Most of these you can do by yourself. What we're about to see here is how you would do a club rip, do a club swim by yourself. Hope you enjoyed some of these drills. These are things that you can do at home to get ready while you're sitting there at home, coming into camp in shape, ready to compete. I got here one of my man, Joshua Clark, aka Buddha, just finished up his freshman year. Really just tell the guys, what was the biggest misconception you had leaving high school, coming into college? What did you really have to learn and adjust to when you got here last year?
Well, first off, there's a lot of guys coming in. You're not the big bad freshman, big man on campus. You were in high school. Competition is intense. So it has to be an everyday thing. Can't slack off, and if you do, you're gonna end up being knocked down the depth chart. So just keep that in mind. Once you come up, competition is fierce. You gotta be ready for it.
Thank you.
Good.